I'm calling the series Coffee Catch Up and I'm drinking hot chocolate. YouTube is all lies. Oh my gosh, it's good. I got new hot chocolate and oh wow, it's so good. Like new chocolate powder. Oh wow. Hi everyone. Welcome to this new series that I am calling Coffee Catch Up. Basically, I did mention it on my Facebook page, but basically the idea of it is that you catch up with friends over coffee, but you don't have to drink coffee. Basically, I'm not drinking coffee, I'm drinking hot chocolate. So I suggest getting a hot drink, coffee, tea, hot chocolate, maybe water if you want. That's not hot drink, but you know what I want. You know what I mean. I'm going to keep the word flubs in just because you get more of who I am. My brain works too fast. So get a drink that's settled down and we can catch up. Basically the idea of this is I have a few subscribers. Not many at this point, but let's keep on working on that one. And some of them are friends and family who are trying to be supportive. Others are people I don't know, and I think it's fair for them to get to know me a bit. And also for those who are friends and family, know what's going on in my life a bit more because, you know, they're being supportive of me and they're important to me. For those who don't know, I'm Annalise. It's in the username. I'm 25 years old and I am going through a few health issues at the moment, which means I'm kind of at another crossroads in my life where I have no idea what I'm doing. So basically that's fun. As you can also see the rest of my channel, I'm into Sims, I'm into fandom. I quite enjoy writing, though I haven't really been able to recently because it's quite exhausting and I am having fatigue issues. So that's been fun. For those who don't know, I've mentioned it before. I had a video about chronic illness. I have hypothyroidism, which means that my body doesn't produce enough thyroxine, which would make me tired and sluggish. I take medication for that. I have anxiety. I take medication for that. I have vitamin B12 deficiency, and I get vitamin B12 injections regularly. And also, something else is going on because I'm so tired all the time. It might just be a combination of all of those things, just like nope, my body's going nope. So that's fun. So recently we've changed my anxiety medication because that may have been the source of fatigue. What hasn't really changed anything so far. But it's only been like a few weeks, a couple of weeks, I think. So we'll see how that goes. Last week I went into town for lunch with a friend, which I will discuss later. And I spent the whole next day recovering from that. So it was a bus and a train into the city, meeting up with her for lunch, spending an hour together, and then going back home. For normal people, for people who aren't chronically ill, you can do that no question. But for me, I had to take a whole day to recover from a few hours. So it's an issue. And I'm sort of trying to consider my options work-wise. So because at the moment I'm not working because I can't reliably work. What I'd really like is something I can do at home on my good days or good hours as the case may be on some days, and then just not have to worry about it on the bad days. So let's hope the YouTube channel thing takes off, because I'm not sure what my other options are. I did talk to my grandmother about this yesterday. She mentioned me in a comment on Facebook for something that's to do with like proofreading and editing sort of thing, but that's like even more study, and I have done so much studying. I'm tired of studying. I'm tired of adding more to my student loan. I've barely made a dent in paying that back because I was starting to, because I was working, and then my health plummeted and I can't work. I'd really like to be able to pay off my student loan. If you want to help me out on that one, get people watching my videos so I can get money. Oh man, it's like pathetic. No, I really need to be able to do something so I can at least pay for my health costs, because doctor's appointments and nurses' appointments and paying for medication luckily is subsidised, but still frustrating. Paying for prescriptions, all of that is just frustrating. I'm lucky because I can live with my mum and stepfather and they don't ask much of me money wise, so that's really good. They're quite supportive. In fact, you can watch Tim's YouTube channel. I will leave a link because he's doing the YouTube thing as well. But it's good. It's useful. But that's where I'm at health wise for this catch up thing, I guess. And to further discuss what else has been going on in my life, because things actually have been, sort of. I've gotten back in touch with my high school best friend. So we lost touch about 5 years ago, 4.5 years ago. For me, my mental health was not in a good state. I could not keep in touch with friends. The only reason I still have friends is because one friend in particular just wouldn't let me be alone. That makes sense. So I'm really thankful for her. But because my anxiety and everything is doing better now these days, I decided to reach out to her last week. I wanted to catch up. So that's who I met for lunch last week. It was really good to catch up with her. Like, we've both grown up. We were best friends in high school as teenagers, so obviously there have been issues in the past, but we've definitely moved past those. We've grown up. We have changed, but so much is still very much the same. We're both very much still into the fandom sort of thing. Funny coincidence, she was wearing a Harry Potter t-shirt and I was wearing a Harry Potter scarf. So, I mean, it's it's good. And then since then we've been talking off and on, and it's been really good to catch up with her. I've really enjoyed it, and I am happy to have her in my life again. For a while I did hold some resentment towards her for things in the past, but like I've well moved past that. There's no point in holding on to those things anymore. So yeah, it's just been good to have her back again. Basically, we've been able to talk through a lot of stuff that has happened in the past, which isn't good. So I'm hoping that we can stay in contact this time, because I'd really like that. She was quite important to me as a teenager, until when I was about 20. So it's good. It's really good. I'm recovering from a cold. Not that you really want to know about that. Haven't been in videos for a while, because until I posted one this morning. Because no one wants to hear me No one wants to hear me coughing and sputtering through a video. So that may be why. I think I'm not sounding as bad now, actually. I think I am sounding a bit better, but because my health issues are autoimmune, my immune system's kind of screwed up. So I'm gonna get everything. Also, last week I had my B12 injection, so I was at the doctor's office, so of course I picked up something from. I mean, that's what has been going on in my life. I'm sure I've missed stuff. I mean, I think that nothing goes on in my life a lot of the time. Because I can't do the same stuff that healthy people my age can, but that's alright. I'm just slowly accepting that I'm not going to be able to do things the same as my peers, because I'm not sure I'll ever be able to work full-time. I'll probably have to be part-time. At this point, I'm looking at my options for working from home and like at my pace, if that makes sense. So yeah, I have to consider all of my options again, as if I wasn't doing that already like a year ago. But that was when I didn't have to worry so much about my health issues. I had my hypothyroidism and I could manage that and it was fine. Now it's like everything, well, not everything, but there's just so much going on that I just can't even consider full-time work, especially away from home. Traveling on public transport is exhausting. Like, you don't know how much energy it takes until you have a chronic illness. Like, it actually is exhausting. And I don't drive because of my anxiety. I should probably work on that, but I really hate driving and I hate people, and I don't trust people who drive. I don't like hate people. What I mean is I hate the people who drive because most of them are idiots. Seriously, I'll sit in the car with mum or someone and I'll watch people on the roads and I'm just like, what in the world are you thinking? How did you get your driver's license? What is going on? So yeah, I just avoid driving generally. That's sort of my catch-up video with all of you. So leave a comment below telling me what's been going on in your lives, or if you're someone I don't know, maybe introducing yourself so I can get an idea of like my subscribers, my audience, because I'd really love to do that. Ask me any questions you'd like me to talk about in the next catch-up video, which will be like a month away ish. I'm planning to do it monthly, depending on like if things have actually gone on in my life. Maybe I'll get better at starting to pick out things that have actually happened rather than just assuming nothing has happened. But give it a like, and if you aren't already, please subscribe. Please support me while I'm trying to figure out my life again. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.